how to use ChatGPT. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start using ChatGPT within the desktop browser. So this will work on a Windows PC laptop, a Mac, Chromebook, any desktop computer. I'll show you how to get started and use ChatGPT. And if this video helps you, please consider giving it a like and also subscribe to my channel because that really helps me out. So to get started, the first thing we need to do is open up a browser and navigate to chatgpt.com. This is the official website for ChatGPT. Check the description, I'll have a link down there. And once you get here, you'll need to either log in, sign up for a free account, or you can use it without logging in by selecting Stay Logged Out. Now, if you don't create an account, you can still use it just as much as you would with a free account, but it won't save any of your history. So if you'd like to reference things that you've worked with it in the past, you won't be able to do that. So I recommend creating a free account. And you can do that by just selecting sign up for free in the top right, and then just enter an email address. Once you enter your email address, just go ahead and give it a password. Then they'll email you a code. You just need to paste the code and select continue. Give them your name or whatever you want to be called and enter a birthday. Select continue. Once you've done that, you can tell them what you want to use it for, but I'm just going to select skip here and then continue. And now we can start using ChatGPT with our new account. So let's go over all the different menus here and how to use them. First, this area right here where it says ask anything is how we can interact with ChatGPT. So we can type questions or request if we wanted to code something for us or give us an answer, and it'll go ahead and answer us. Once it answers us, we can copy that text by selecting this box. We can rate the answer, give some feedback. You can also hear it read that aloud by selecting the little volume symbol. You can edit it in Canvas. So if you're trying to have it give you like a story, something like that, if we select that, it's going to open up the text in a canvas, so where we can change some of the text if we need to edit it ourselves so that ChatGPT sees our edits. Additionally, you could share your response, or you could switch the model if you want to some of the other options. 4.0 is going to be your best bet currently. Now, additionally, when we're interacting with it down here in the text box, you can hit the plus button to add photos or files such as PDFs or images you've taken if you want to know what a plant is or a bug, or you can connect it to different apps so that you can give it files that way. You could also select tools, and this will allow you to use some of their different features such as study and learn or deep research, or allow it to search the web for answers for you. You can even have it create images here as well. You have two options to talk to it rather than typing. You can dictate to it, so it'll just take text from what you say, or you can have a conversation with it using voice mode by selecting this option over here. In the top left is another way we can change between the different models, but you do have to upgrade for that. Additionally, in the top right, we can delete this if we want to. Now over here in the left menu, we can open and close this menu by selecting the little icon. We can quickly create a new chat by selecting new chat. We could search through our chats. So if we're trying to look through all of our chats to find something specific, you could use that. They also have library, and this will be any files or images that you upload to ChatGPT. You'll be able to see those here. This also includes anything that ChatGPT creates for you. So if you have it create an image, if you have it create a diagram or something, it'll show up in your library so you can easily access it that way. Sora is going to be their video making tool that they have. And you can kind of mess with it by selecting Sora and see different videos that have been created and even create your own. Now with a non-paid version, that'll be extremely limited. Additionally, you can look through their GPTs, and these are going to be different add-ons that people have created for ChatGPT. And some of the cool ones are going to be things like Canva. If you're trying to create YouTube thumbnails, that's a really good option there, where you tell it what you want it to create, it'll create you a thumbnail, and then you can select that thumbnail and edit it in Canva. So lots of stuff to explore and play with there, and they have these in really good categories. If you're trying to use it for writing or programming, anything like that, they have a lot of GPTs there for you to edit. Additionally, in this left menu here, you have your username at the bottom, and if you select that, you can upgrade your plan. You can customize ChatGPT, and if we select that, you'll be able to tell it what you want to be called, what you do, just different information about you, so that when it answers you, it already kind of knows who you are and everything about you. Additionally, we can go to settings, and this will allow us to change the language of ChatGPT and its spoken language if we want to. We can change the voice that we want it to use when we're talking to it as well. Additionally, we can go to personalize, where you can manage your memory. So if anything it's remembered about you, you can remove items from there or delete all the items. Additionally, if you want to clear your entire history, all you need to do is go to delete all chats and select delete all. All right, so that's how you get started using ChatGPT on a desktop in the browser. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel.